Hey, what's up, guys? This is Melo from Team Breakthrough, and this is my deck profile for my Nekroz. I built the deck since it came out, and I've been playtesting a lot with it, and I finally found the build that I feel comfortable with, and this is it. This is the build that I took to San Antonio Regionals, where I did not get my invitation. I went X3. I was X2 the whole day, and then I lost. The last match, and then I didn't get my invitation. But anyways, all the matches that I lost are mirrors. Anyways, let's get started. Let's start this off. Anyways, like I said, with this build, I beat every other deck. It's just the mirror. The only reason why I run is because the mirror, you have to have practice with the mirror, and I didn't have zero. I had zero, like literally zero practice with the mirror match, and it's just more complicated. Like, this deck can beat any other deck. It's just you have to have practice with the mirror. Anyways, let's kick it off, and we'll start with through Manju. It's basically a rota for your whole deck. Basically, that's what it does. It summons, and he he works really good with Book of Moon. I mean, not Book of Moon. Book of Moon or Book of Eclipse, because you can do it on your opponent's turn during the battle phase or something. So that way this gets flipped face down, and then next turn you flip it up and you get the search. So you can, it works really good. You can Book of Moon it too, but it's more awkward doing it with Book of Moon, because that's targeting your own card. Anyways, so that's mandatory through Manju, through Senju, which basically kind of does the same, except it doesn't let you add a ritual spell. So with Senju, you have to add a ritual monster, and then with Manju you can add either one. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm kind of sick, but anyways, then one Digim for the Digim lock. We'll start off with the not Nekroz monster. This is really good. It's better when you do it from your hand though, but one Phantom of Chaos. This card is really good. It's really situational too. It's mainly for when you're going for game, because although you don't do damage with this, but you can use their effect of graveyard monsters and whatever. It's also really good with the Insector X or something. That play with the I can't think of the name. But it's basically you summon this. I don't have the Exceed, because I think that plays is too, you have to overextend. But it's with Quasar, and you copy Quasar, and then you pop this, and then bring the Shooting Star Dragon and whatever. You just gotta overextend. But that's just one of the plays. I don't do it because I don't want to do it. I don't want to overextend. But it's really good when you want to copy and anything from the graveyard. Or also, like, even you can do Shooting Star, like, Shooting Star. You can do Quasar, but like, just to get over, like, for example, if they have towers, you can summon this, and then if you can send Quasar, copy the attack, get over towers. You don't do damage, but it gets over, Quasar. I mean towers. I'm sorry. Then one Dance Princess, because she's really good preventing your opponent from responding to your spells. Also, when you can set up a really good play and use her as a tribute for, I don't know, Unicorn, whatever you want to do it, and then get one of your banished Nekroz monsters to your hand, except herself. She's actually really good. And then a lot of people run two, but I run 3 shirts. Shirt is really amazing. This card, well, this build is really aggressive. This build is for if you want to go late game, you go late game. If you want to go a fast duel, you can do a fast duel. Either way, like, this build is not afraid of fast or slow decks. Like, it's gonna adjust to the game type, because of the 3 shirt, 3 Colossus and 3 cycles. Because late game, you might, like, if you use your cycle is probably the best one. If you have to pump one of the spells at 3, it has to be cycle, because cycle once you start sending all your monsters to the graveyard, you start not having monsters in your hand or or deck. So you want to do it from the graveyard, and then sure, it just helps a lot with that, especially when pushing for game. So I run 3 of them. There's nothing better like than top decking one of this when you're top decking, and then search one of the spells, which most likely will be cycle, and then just bring whatever from the graveyard. Like, honestly, it's amazing. Then, like I said, we go with the Nekroz ritual monsters. I run 3 Colossalus. A lot of people run 1, 2, and I have been questioned a lot about the third. I mean, it can be cut down to 1, and it's a really the third one is a really, you know, easy side out for game 2. But this just helps you, because sometimes you have monsters right on the field, like that one Sandrew, Mandrew, whatever, and you have a really good play, but you need a ritual spell, and you can't search it because you already have a monster on the field. So if you have one of this, you can just send it to the graveyard and search it, and then, you know, you can give me the argument that you can recycle this really good if you want to do that. Yes, but I don't want to use a unicorn, because unicorn already has a lot of pressure on itself, you know, doing all that dungeon lock plays and whatever. So this is just to help you get your ritual spells even faster, than, you know, and you don't have to use resources or waste unnecessary resources. So I run 3 of Colossalus, and then 3 Unicorn. Unicorn is a really good you know, it's probably one of the best ones. And it gets extra deck monsters, and that's the only reason, well, not just because of him, but that's one of the reasons why this deck doesn't lose to Shaddolls or Burn Abyss. Burn Abyss is not even a problem. It's because of him. And, you know, Colossalus and all of that negates extra deck monsters. Like, this deck just doesn't worry about extra deck monsters, and Unicorn is a really good recycler. But I usually want to summon him, not, you know, send him to graveyard. The only time I would do that is when I already summoned one this turn, and I can just search for the other one and send it to recycle whatever I want to recycle. But that's, you know, that's one of those plays. So yeah, 3 Unicorn. I'm going into, you know, detail because I want you guys to understand why I chose what I chose. Brio, 2 Brios that I don't have to explain. It will be a 3 if it was a 3, but it's a 2, so yeah. Then through Valkyrias, I've seen a lot of people cut down to 2. I am not gonna cut it down to 2, because he's just really good. The fact that you can summon 1, use this effect, and then somehow you can either search the second one to, you know, save yourself or something, you know. I'm not really a big fan of that summon Valk and tribute himself in something else to draw 2, because you end up open unless it's in the mirror. But that's it. So I run 3 of Valk. 1 game gear for the Dungeon Lock, because, and this is actually not just the Dungeon Lock, this is actually really good on the mirror. You can summon this, and, you know, if your opponent is top decking or whatever, you just keep dropping your Nekroz, and then, you know, especially when, like, this is on, and then they summon Trish, and then you have a Nekroz card on your hand, you use this effect to pop Trish, and then Trish effect will go off, but you don't have no more cards in your hand, so, you know, that doesn't really matter. So this is actually really good in the mirror. Also protecting, you know, big monsters and stuff, or not just big or small ones, just so you don't get OTK'd or whatever. 1 Trish, I tried it at 2. I did actually. I know you know, but I tried it at 2. It did not work for me. So I cut it down to 1, and 1 is really perfect. With the Shred, the cycles and all of that, like I have duels in in the originals where I trish my opponent up to, like, I don't know, 3 times a duel, you know, because with this build it's so easy to recycle her or him. I'm sorry. So anyways, yeah, if you like Trish a lot, this is probably one of the, and you don't want to run them one-on-one, this is probably the best build to go with it. And then Decisive Armor is the real MVP, and I gotta tell you this because I was I was playing a clip 4 player, and he dropped towers on me, and I didn't have no monsters on field, and he had he had Imperial Iron Wall, so it was towers and Imperial Iron Wall, and I just had the perfect pieces, right? But it just happened that this saved me the game, because I had a Senju, someone Senju, and then I searched out Kaleidoscope because I had a Unicorn. Kaleidoscope, searches out decisive armor, and then decisive armor, and then I what's it called, I summoned the Diamond Direwolf because I overlaid this the Senju and the Unicorn to pop the Imperial Iron Wall. Then I banished because of one of the ritual spells, and I searched out a Cycle. I already had a shirt in hand, and I cycle a Trish. I didn't use Trish's effect, and then I attacked, and I won decisive armor, and I got over towers, and and then I just won. This is a really good play. So decisive armor is a must. I won. And also when they drop those vanities, fiends, and vanities, whatever, those big monsters that don't let you special summon, you can summon that Nekroz, Dance Princess, and then drop this on her to make a 26 and just run over that. So he's a really good out to many of those plays. Then we go with the spells: 2 mirror, explanatory; 2 kaleidoscope, explanatory; and then 3 cycle. If you're gonna bump one of this up to 3, it must be cycle, and I'm telling you that right now. He's really good. I just explained you one of the plays, and just so you know, in that play, 1 cycle was in graveyard, the other one was banished, so I had to have the 3rd one. If I had the 2-2 ratio, I lost the game. So this is really good. Then 2 Book of Eclipse. I don't want to overdo it to 3. With 2 I see enough. I see it enough. So yeah. So just 2, not 3. And 1, I don't see it. I didn't see it as much, so I didn't like it at 1. And then 2 Rhoda, because you have 3 Shuried, you have 3 Colossus. It's just really good, because if you know how to save this card, just because you see it on your opening hand doesn't mean you have to use it right away. You can save it, and then when you're top decking or something, or when you have no monsters, you can search out a spell, and then with this search out Shuried, and just go off. And then double MST. I know some people question this a lot, but it's just perfect, personal preference, because you don't know what you're facing. Although in big events, yeah, you might gonna have a lot of mirrors like I did, but game 1, I don't like losing game 1. I just don't. And this is good. But if you know you're in the mirror, you can easily just side this out game 2. Simple as that. And then for the 1-to-1 prep, it's explanatory, Regeki, and Book of Moon. And that's it for the main deck. I believe those are like 42 cards. Now we go with the extra deck. And it's pretty standard too. Love Overchain for Digin Lock. Basically that's it. The Gusto Emerald, Cowboy, Dark Rebellion. This is really good. I made my opponent had decisive armor on me in one of the mirrors, and I used this on decisive armor, and I made this like a big beater. And I won game because he couldn't get over it. 1 Excitonite. This comes out more than you think, so you must have this. 1 Castell, number 80. This card is really good in the mirror, and just graveyard. In graveyard effects, or decks that rely on graveyard effects, just because you can banish them. Dweller for the same purpose. Regna Zero for Clifford. I don't know what else. Just Senjus, whatever else relies on changing attack. Diamond Direwolf, I just played in one of those plays that I did. This basically saved me that game. This, I just because I have the space, but you can replace it with anything you want. I have not summoned it once, so yeah. 2 heralds for, you know, kaleidoscope plays. I don't like 3, so yeah. And then 1 Star Eater and 1 Quasar for the big plays. And then we go for the side deck, and we have let me see where here we go. 2 ice hands and 2 fire hands. This is mainly just for the what's it called, for big monsters, you know, like what's his name, Ophion. Although Unicorn does negate his effect, but Unicorn's not big enough to get over him. And just so you don't use the size of armor hands, you can just, you know, side this in. This is also good for clearing out floodgates. It's actually really good. But I don't like the 3-3 ratio. 3 Sharite for the mirror match. This card's really amazing in the mirror. 1 Dark Hole for mirror. 2 Debunks. Debunks, it's my personal tech in a way. I have not seen it in, you know, other builds, but this is actually really good in the mirror and anything else that relies on graveyard, because you can just go this and then you shut down their whole play. Because, you know, they need, because when especially Nekroz, when they're top decking or something like that, and they're going for a play, and then discard, like, they rely on every effect to go off, you know, and then if you have this, you just kill it. 1 Flying Seed for Settlers and Burn Abyss. I don't need it at 2, just because both of those decks rely on extra deck monsters. So yeah, this is just to put more pressure on them. 2 Denkos. I would run 3, but it really hurts. Like his effect is really good, but it really hurts to burn down normal summon. To me, it does, at least. Like, it hurts to burn that normal summon. And then 2 Royal Decrees. I run this instead of Twister, because Twister, it has to be face up, but this is just like anything. And then on top of that, you leave them with a dead card. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't give them space. Like, if they set 5 and they're all traps, and then they activate whatever, you know, like flip Microcosmos, Anti-Spell Fragrance, all them floodgates, and then you flip this, and that they can't activate anything else. You know, it's just they lock themselves out. Unless, and then if they're all traps, especially, they can, since they already use all the 5 spaces, they can't MST it, they can't do anything else to it. It's just that good. So yeah, guys, this is my deck profile. Hope you guys enjoy it. Leave comments, you know, what should I change, what's your opinion on the deck. Like I said, I went X3, I was X2. The only reason why I lost the mirror is because I didn't have no, you know, practice against the mirror. But anyways, this is a really good build. Hopefully I do get my invitation to Nets, and if so, we're gonna try it again in the Houston regional and coming up and all that. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.